Today we get to fly to, hands down, my favorite backcountry airstrip, nestled among the tall mountains near Canada. And there's a serene lake and a sandy beach. All right, that was a tiny bit of a spoiler. Dang it. I forgot my sandwiches. Gosh. I haven't flown in a while, and this strip is short, narrow, and unforgiving for sloppy aviating. Nailing the landing is extremely important. To knock the rust off my short field landings, I did a few stop and go landings before setting off for our destination.
Let's hug the edge of the pavement and pretend like we're using every last inch of this airstrip here. Looking at my windsock, looks like there's a teeny bit of wind out of the north, but it's not enough to shake a stick at, so away we go. RPMs are good, oil pressure's in the green.
Yeah, this one does climb quick.
Yeah, when we let that energy build up, it's good. And we're gonna pull the flaps out, and we'll just do a lap around the pattern here real quick. Galley number 5237, during left base 20, stop and go. And we're gonna go full flaps. That's a bit longer of a landing than I'd really want, so let's back taxi. It was not a bad landing, just a little bit fast, and so stretched it a little farther than I'd like. So what we want, in a super ideal world, a perfect landing at Sullivan Lake would be to be stopped by there's a big concrete circle in the middle of the runway, and that is about 800 feet. That's like a near perfect landing. This will be a little bit quicker process. Galley 5237, turning left base 20, stop and go.
Little crosswind here.
Just a hair. So these are the 1,000-foot markers, and I'd like to be down and stopped by those 1,000-foot markers. So let's do one more, and I think I'm probably pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do a short field takeoff here just because we have less field. There's no reason not to. Try not to hit that bird. That would be a good day.
Have you ever hit one yet?
Not yet, thankfully. I'm gonna do a little bit of a slip here. I feel okay with that. I'm okay with doing a short field takeoff here. So fuel set to both, cow flaps are open, trim takeoff, full rich, higher PM, 20 degrees flaps. So we're climbing for 7,500.
Start smelling the smoke now.
We're up in it for sure, yep. Definitely thick over here.
There is smoke in the area from nearby forest fires. A little smoke isn't a big deal, but if it gets dense, visibility can drop to near zero. Many airports have automated weather, so we can check the current conditions from our iPad. This and nearby airports don't have this service. The only way to know is to go look. As pilots, we always have a contingency plan. General aviation is all about being flexible, the exact opposite of the airlines. Sometimes we go all the way to our destination and we have to turn back or divert elsewhere. Good planning minimizes this, but even the best plans are subject to change. We intend to fly towards Sullivan Lake and see what we see. And if conditions deteriorate, we'll simply return home.
Sullivan Lake traffic, Skyline 52337, we're inbound from the west, descending through 5,000, we're 3 miles out, we'll just overfly the airport, Sullivan.
Pretty clear over here, though.
Not too bad right here.
Really surprised.
So you probably can't quite see the runway there, but it's just off the nose to the left. And we're looking for 3,600. So there is a passel of airplanes down there. I'm just gonna fly.
Sullivan traffic. The winds are calm. You can go either end.
After that, we'll land to the north, 5257 Red Point, Skyline.
One float plane in here.
Not bad.
Nice job on the landings. If you can park down on the end next to those C-rays, we're in good shape.
Cool. Good one. Welcome to Sullivan. That was shorter than we landed at home. That worked out good. Very good. We made it. And music's going off.
All right, we made it. You know what? Let's leave them open, actually. That'll let a little air through. That'll keep things cool in there. That's good. Yep. This is my favorite airport ever. You wouldn't know that right over there, it's completely socked in its smoke. Sullivan Lake is a secluded mountain lake nestled in the Selkirk mountain range near the Canadian border. The mountains seem to just disappear into the lake with very little usable shoreline. There's very few houses around, and even fewer people. It's far from the city, pristine, and a favorite for those looking to ditch the resort areas for some swimming, fishing, and camping. It's accessible by car, but the best way to visit is by air.
All right, this is Paul Wolf. He's with the Washington State Division of Aviation. He's the manager for this airport. He's going to get us lined out on what we're going to do today. If somebody wants to volunteer to go find ground squirrel holes, we'll just pull some tape out and stick them in, and when the guys come out, we'll fill them. So then we'll get a crew to walk on the outside, and we're going to be cutting and pulling saplings again all the way on the outside of the fence. Universal signal if the airplane's coming in. We want to do this. I have a whistle if the airplane and radio, so if something's coming in, I'll blow the whistle to make sure everybody's clear of the runway. All right, looks like everybody's ready to go. So who wants to do ground squirrel stuff? Let's get all these guys together and let's go. Let's show you how to do it.
Let me grab some.
Paul Wolf, airport manager.
Jesse, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, let me grab my gloves, shoes, and I'll get a vest and be ready.
Why don't we just start at one end?
Yeah, I would go to one end and just work this way, or start that end and go that way.
I didn't realize those were reflectors. I don't know anybody dumb enough to fly in here at night. That'd be risky as all heck.
Take too much dirt, would it? These are big holes. Decent. Highly effective foot stomp method.
South end of the lake, inbound landing, Sullivan.
Incoming.
So today I've been looking forward to for a long time. It's really something that's hard to convey because it's sentimental to me. But early in my pilot training, Alyssa and I actually came to this location, Sullivan Lake, and we drove over here. I didn't even know there was an airport here. My brain hadn't really gone that far with my charts or with flying and aviation. And we spent the day here. The thing is, it's a long drive. It's 3.5, almost 4 hours. Couple of potty stops, some coffee to get here. It's worth it. Don't get me wrong, it's worth it. But when I found out there was an airport here, I thought to myself, I have to land there. This place just has it all. It has a beautiful campground, a beautiful lake, and a beautiful airport. And there's wonderful camping provisions on the airport. There's water. Anyway, you can kind of understand why it's so special to me. So I did land here for the first time this spring, and it was just as magical as I thought.
This is going to bring you into the north end of the, well, it'll bring you kind of right into the north end of the lake. Don't aim for those white strips. Those are over to the right. Oh, yep, gotcha. Okay. I was thinking those were the middle. Yep, so here's that circle. It's kind of cool. Yeah, there it is. Gotcha. Okay.
Without that circle, it's kind of, there's a little bit of a hump there. It's kind of hard to tell what you actually got left, huh?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that windsock is pretty much showing nothing. You're taking off on a glass smooth day.
Yeah.
You can land over the lake. There's a beach. It's kind of exciting, kind of scary. The runway is particularly short. Anyway, the reason I've been looking forward to today is that there's a work party with the RAF and the Washington State Aviation Department to maintain this airport. This group, the RAF, we've visited with them before. I've done work parties with them before, and they're very involved in trying to maintain access for recreation through aviation. So they work with a lot of different state organizations who either own airports or in some way involved in the administration of the airports. And what they do is they organize work parties, and they do a lot of other things, but that's kind of the level that I'm involved in, is helping with labor. It's a really great group of people. It's a great reason to fly, and we get to come to places like this.
There's just a real slight breeze coming off the lake, but it's not too bad. The windsocks are still dead.
So what I typically do, you've probably already done it, but I'll throw those bigger rocks in the hole.
Yeah, huh?
And take my shovel and
Pound it in there.
you've probably done that.
I didn't do that. I thought about it.
Well, it makes the squirrel's life a little more miserable.
A little more miserable, yeah.
Having to push that rock out because they'll just throw them right out. And so I throw a few big ones in, and then I'll just, you know.
Do they use the same holes? Are they that smart? Can you tell us how many more holes are down there? There's one.
There's one right there.
We just found 3 right here. But we can go, I mean, we go get dirt if we just know how many holes there is.
got one here.
All right, more dirt. The boss had pity on us.
Yep.
Saw us walking around that heavy old, good,
We're good.
wheel cart.
Yeah.
Come on, Paul. There's one back there.
Hey, Paul, there's one we passed.
There's one right here too.
Pound it in there, those big rocks. Pound them in there hard and make that squirrel's
Got any more?
life miserable.
Oh yeah, that looks like a good squirrel miserable rock.
Yeah. Perfect.
There's one behind us.
Yeah, there's one up here.
Okay.
I think that's it.
There it is. Did you say this is the last one?
Oh, there's one up front.
Ah, dark on it.
Get it in there and just pound them in. And
I don't think Paul likes ground squirrels. Something tells me Paul doesn't like them. Perfect. Last one. Oh yeah. Dirt on top, and see you get through that. Might go kind of slow because we saw 3 that weren't even marked.
Okay. Just throw that up there.
I'm all
Get down to
funny.
the trailer. We're gonna unload all the tools and we'll throw everything in the garbage and get fat and old like me. They're nice for wheeling stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They're not easy dumping.
Yeah. So is that the last one? We're done?
Yeah. We're gonna head
Everything's
back
done.
to the camp and unload everything.
Put everything away, and then go down to the lake.
Yeah.
Sold. Work's done, time to party.
Oh man, I'm still working. That's what that's with late comers.
All right.
39 Mike Whiskey, back taxi to 16. Departing for Kavanaugh Bay.
He is running in trips.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to Sullivan Lake.
It's one of the things that I've kind of learned to love about this group of people and this organization is that you meet people from all over the country, even all over the world, and they're all just really great people. They're very family oriented, family friendly. They all get along. They're just really great people. Sometimes they're doctors, lawyers, and sometimes they're just nobody important. But I can't say enough good things about this group of people. Well, it's been an absolutely wonderful day. All the work is done. Everybody's been hanging out and chatting and building new relationships. There's some new people here who've never been to the airport. They've never heard of the RAF, and they never really thought about kind of the combination of maintaining the places that we use for access and using their ability to fly to do that. Great people, and again, just wonderful conversation. We've been laughing and kind of sharing good memories, some of which, you know, are maybe things you'd only share around a campfire, if you know what I'm talking about. So today, at the end of the day, we're all going to get together over the dinner table. We're going to share a meal together, and then some of us are going to head home, and the rest of the folks are going to stay the rest of the weekend. It's a beautiful day, although this morning there was a good chance, we thought, several of us, that we wouldn't be able to make it in. Yesterday there was a violent thunderstorm that came in, and it didn't create any new fires, but there was a lot of wind with the cold front, and it blew the smoke this direction. And so when we came over the mountain and a couple other people had the same reaction, they thought, man, I don't think we're going to be able to get in there today. And we're thankful that it was possible. So those folks that are going to be heading home tonight will probably get out of here before dark so that we can safely get around the mountains and not have to worry about them. And then everybody else, they get to stick around for the weekend.
Alright, I think we're ready to go. Well, Rich, Bill said both. Couple laps are open, trim for takeoff. Flaps are 20 degrees. Lights are on. Hopefully it'll be a beautiful flight home. And we'll go home and spend time with the family. I'm really glad I came today. I made an effort to document today, and I'll just say it's really hard. I think over dinner, man, just heard some really amazing stories about people and airplanes and becoming a pilot, but I think probably the most profound stories are when people discover this group of people, the RAF. There were people who stayed longer. They were going to head home today because they were just here camping, enjoying their airplane, and they were just going to head home because that was their plan. And once they met this group of people and they saw everybody come here and volunteer their time and spend time together just laughing and having fun, and they said, you know what, man, I can stay another day. And I think that really speaks for itself about this group of people. This has a way of kind of pulling you in, and it's just because it's so rare. It's so common to see groups of people with cliques, this clique, that clique. It's even common in aviation, you know, but to find people who have a passion for aviation, a passion for having a community around aviation, and to be really level-headed about it, and it's just amazing. So I'm really glad I came today, and I'm glad I spent time taking care of this airport. This airport is always going to be something special to me. It's where Alyssa and I sat and talked about the decision to go on grid with our power system. And I just really hope to spend time here with my family, enjoying it, and hopefully making a lot of really great memories that we can share together as a family, and then maybe our kids can go back and enjoy it the same, just as we did. My lights are on. Skyline 52337 turning final 20. And we made it. All in one piece. Man, it's warm over here. 73 degrees right now. Wow, super warm at home.